All right, Leo, welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. This is going to serve for Leo Sun, Moon, and Rising for the entire month of February 2021. And what we're going to do, if you didn't get a chance to look at the intro, is break the entire month down week by week, and then each week is going to receive its own oracle card to help support with what you most need to know in order to take advantage of those energies, okay? Whoa, that was fast. So, the first card out that we have for you guys as we're embarking here within our period of the Mercury retrograde is the Healer of Emotion. That's the first card that's out here within this first week. So that is the Knight of Healer, beg your pardon. That is the Queen of Cups, upright. Then we have the Three of Swords, which is the Three of Thoughts. So there we are with 3-3. Let's see what else we have for our Leos. How many cards do we have for Leos our first week? There's 2 more, they said. All right, let's just double check. And I would prefer that they fall out, please, universe. Thank you. I don't want to chase any cards. Thank you. Shuffle up, they said one more time. Okay, so at least with the Queen of Cups, we do know that there's something that is calling you. And the other thing that is showing up is that your intuition is really starting to, your intuition is pretty on point most of the time, okay? With this Three of Thought, though, there is the energy of letting go of sadness or something that you have lost. And if it was a personal loss, I feel for you. I apologize. I just lost someone in my family within the past couple of days here, so I can completely understand where you're at. The universe always wants us to know that, you know, it's when someone crosses over, it's more of our energies that are holding us into that space. And that's just a whole bottle of wine conversation right there. So I apologize for anyone that's just recently lost a loved one. This is fresh for me. Yeah. The next card that you get here is the Review and Contemplation card. There is Judgment. Okay. Let's take a look at the other. Well, you got 2. Am I meant to take both of them? No, they just said the top one. Thank you. Okay. So we have Judgment, and then we have the Seven of Abundance, 7 of Coin that's sitting here. So you're really being asked to take care of yourself this first week, Leo. You're being asked to take care of yourself. You will have the ability to dote on others at another time. Now it's time for you to dote on yourself. And you really need to give yourself time to forgive yourself, forgive others, scream it out, so that you can move past the block of the energy of sadness is really what's going on there. You have to remember here, especially with this Judgment card, that you get a chance to review, and again, all of us have to do this with Mercury retrograde anyway, but you get an extra opportunity for this first week here to really go deep, okay, and reflect upon what's been going on in the past and kind of where things are in the present, and then to not really be distracted by conventional thinking. Like, you take it out of the box, man. You get to go in and you get to just be with you, me, myself, and I, the you, and you. That's the energy that you get to take advantage of. And you really should feel proud about where things are at, because the judgment that's here is good. You've made very good judgments, and now you're being asked to review that information so that you can get to the next chapter in life, okay? Therefore, the Seven of Abundance shows up to say, have a little patience with yourself as well, and not to worry, because the time that you've invested in something, you've got a harvest that's coming, okay? The fruit on the tree that for the things that you've planted is ripe, okay? And it's not always it's not all ripe. It's too early to start plucking everything off of the tree at this moment, because it's there. You've got a huge investment. You've got a huge boon that's coming. But it's not time to start plucking the fruit off the tree. Let it continue to marinate for just a little bit longer. And use this time to rest, pull back, rest, reflect, okay? I'm going to go in with the first oracle, which is the Oracle of the Dragons. And the Oracle of the Dragons are going to give another piece of advice to our Leos for this first week of February 2021. We've got the Queen of Cups, we've got the Three of Swords, we've got Judgment, and we've got the Seven of Abundance. What else can you help share? There it is. The Pure White Dragon from Orion. The Pure White Dragon from Orion will help to transform your ascension knowledge into pure wisdom and process what you know and act with truth and honesty. Judgment, that's the Judgment card, okay? And then let your wings of light grow and expand. So really, you're just being given another way to say everything that I've just said. Thank you, universe. In that you got to give yourself a break. It's time for you this first week to take care of yourself. Whatever that means, however you got to do it, whatever you have to do to get past this blockage of loss and hurt. There's literally nothing wrong with having the emotion of loss and hurt, but you also can't stay into that feeling for too long. Otherwise, it will start affecting other things, okay? So that's just what's up for that first week. Let's go ahead and go into the second week of February for our Leos. When, well, okay. When Mercury conjuncts the Sun on the 8th, and then the new moon goes into Aquarius on the 11th of February, I feel that that's going to be the time that you're going to start to pull out your binder, your project plan, your calendar for the year, whatever it is that I'm getting, and you're going to start to pull the next thing off the list to do what you need to do, because it's time to do that. And the first card that we have on the second week is the Creativity and Abundance, and that, my friends, is the major arcana of the Empress herself. Let things come to you. Let things come to you. The Empress does not go out and chase anything. Now, this is very interesting, and I will pull out a clarifier here in just a moment, but we've got the High Priestess that's in reverse. Hang on. Nope, they said reshuffle those. That was me fat fingering it. I apologize. You've got the High Priestess that's sitting here. You have things that you need to do. It's time to get on board with getting the thing done, okay? It's time. It's time to move forward. Now, I'm going to just say this because I said it in the sign of Cancer as well. When this card pulled up, I very rarely tell someone that there's a full, true birth that's coming, but there is a potential, I got to say it, that there's the birth of a physical child in your future, or in the future of someone that's in your energy, okay? Therefore, the High Priestess is saying you're kind of missing the mark on some signs. So you need to kind of, you know, get your third eye, get your crown chakra in balance, a sense. We will do a clarifier on that with the Psychic Tarot. So what else do we have for our Leos this second week of February? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we have the Messenger of Abundance. Yes, we have. We definitely have the Page of Pentacles that's sitting here. There's a potential for a new job, the beginnings of new career path, something tangible, right? It's fun. It's, in general, it's good news. It's promotion. It's accepting of something that you actually do need to have in your life. So I like to see that. I like to see that. I'm interested to see what the High Priestess wants to share about that. Okay, so we've got the Six of Emotion. Is there anything else in this particular week before I get into it? No, the second week. Okay. You have a lot of energies, and so I'm not surprised that you don't have more cards, but that's okay. The Six of Emotion is sitting here talking about the fact that you do need to think about your past, especially when you're reflecting back on this Judgment card, and not see it as any better or worse, meaning don't put any extra emphasis on shit that wasn't there. Like, keep it truthful and honest. Yeah, Bob did this, but then I did this. Keep it clear cut. And you don't even need to talk about Bob, but internally you need to know, as you're starting to release a couple of different things here. There's a potential that somebody from your past is going to show back up. And from a higher spiritual perspective, children are definitely on your brain. Okay? The younglings are on your brain. And so there's important news about kids. So if it's not you personally and your family, then there's someone that's very close to you in your energy that will have a surprise. That obviously won't be for everyone. Otherwise, your galactic team, your spirit guides, and those that have crossed over are going to start talking to you more in your dreams. I need to put that out there because that's what I do. Again, your best tools while we're all going through this ascension process is a pen and a paper. Because you have the ability to write down really what's going on, and going back to that news, going back to that energy, going back to that information. How did you feel when such and such came up? How did you, what was the emotion that you felt whilst you were waking up? Yeah. Now we got the Eight of Pentacles that's in reverse. This was the card I wanted to clarify here with this going within, and someone has a someone has a fear of continuing to move forward in their craft or their business practice. And that's one of the bigger issues. And as far as the baby news, it is, can I do what I need to be able to do to afford what needs to get done, right? So there's a little bit of stinking thinking there. But the Eight of Pentacles does mean that there's more work to do. There's more work to do. And so now you're being granted this new coin. This page of coin is coming through to talk to you about it, okay? So that's a beautiful thing. Let us move now towards the Oracle for the second week, which is the Angel Oracle deck that I have here. All in all, this is not bad. It's turning out, it's shaping up, right? You just need to take that first week with a grain of salt, get through it, take time for yourself. The second week, more things are going to start popping off for you here, okay? Angels, what advice do you have for our Leos the second week of February? Call in your guardian angel to help you when you feel stuck. And know that your guardian angel is automatically going to be around you during this particular time, but you can call them specifically in. And I get this question a lot. Well, how do I do that? You say, dear guardian angel, come hang out with me. It's as simple as that. What it gets down to for empaths and other seers is recognizing when they're actually around you. Trust me, if you call in them, they show up, okay? If you can start to develop that area of perceiving them, then it will be a lot easier for you on your paths. But call on them to do whatever it is that you need to have done, clear your path, provide information, whatever it is that you need, okay? All right, so now, Leo, we're going to go into our third week of February, okay? And I feel strongly that a lot of this energy is going to start hitting you. Again, I mentioned this in the intro, the 13th and the 14th of the month for sure. Woohoo. Okay, thank you. So it would be interesting to have some validation from individuals that that's exactly what was going on with those bigger energies, okay? Seven of Action. That is the Seven of Wands energy with the Two of Swords, the Two of Thoughts. So keeping your head, not paying attention to the ankle-biting bedwetters. The Two of Thought, though, is putting so much emphasis on this standing your ground, in a sense, that it can sometimes give you the option that you're not really seeing it clearly enough to make a choice about what the right direction is to go in. Is there a fifth card? Confirm, please. Yes, one. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So, yeah, you do have your own power. You got to feel confident, whatever else is going on. You definitely know how to stand your own ground, okay? But it is possible that what's going on with you and the reason why they're asking you to take more internal power is because you don't feel confident at this particular moment. The reason that you're having a challenge potentially with the confidence is that you're having a challenge listening to your own inner voice. And that's where you should spend a little bit of time. Okay. You also have multiple things that you're working on, and you're being guided to just pick one. So the traditional Two of Swords is the individual that's sitting with their arms crossed with one sword in each hand. Many people miss this because they call it, oh, you're at a crossroads. Well, yeah, you can be, but the issue is getting at a place between your head and your heart, which is going to draw in peace. What is the decision that's going to make you more peaceful? That's the only guidance that they want you to be aware of, okay? You have another major arcana card here. This is the Hierophant. This is something that's official, okay? It's also a huge spiritual awakening card for people, all right? It is be willing to accept help from other people as well, especially if you're having a challenge or a challenge with a thought, okay? It's time for you to be around people that are going to support whatever it is that you want to get done. And you can actually find also, now, was it Gemini or was it Cancer? The word was temple for them. This word for you is, I don't know what base means. That message is going to be specific for probably one person. Something about being base or on base. Bases is what draws you into yourself. Now, I'm a military brat, so I know that on base is a military base. But there's a place that is special to you. Again, it's this piece is probably for one person specific. Wherever that place is, if it's on base, if it's a church that's on base, if it's a baseball field, if it's whatever that base is, getting back to your base self, that's what you need to do. And embrace the people that are around that space as well in order to help. The Hierophant is really here to talk about getting you to that next situation, that they're there to help you. They're there to guide you. So take that guidance when you can get it. And then what we have here is the Five of Emotions. So what we have is the Five of Cups, okay? And they're talking about forgiveness for one. It's that seeing the silver lining behind the situation that was really kind of going on. Again, grieving is a normal part of life, and you need to ask for help to get you past it if you're going backwards just a little bit. And then it really also does state that you need to give yourself forgiveness. It's the second time you've been told that. So don't take everything in. This is the month for you to be going outward and asking people to help. And there's literally nothing wrong with that. Have a lot of respect for people that are asking for help, because those are the strong ones that know where their boundaries are, and it's easier to support sometimes, okay? Because you know where it ends for you and where something else needs to come in. So we've got the Celebration card in reverse. So this is the Star card in reverse. You're not seeing, you're so heavy and weighed down in this particular emotion that's here, you're not seeing the opportunity for your specific wants, needs, dreams to try to come through. So the timing is off in this one just a little bit. And even though the star will turn around at some point, just like the wheel, there's just a delay with you being able to take pleasure in a couple of things right now. So we're going to pull the Psychic Tarot here to sit on top of this star card. Show me why the star card is in reverse for our Leos on this third week of February. Show me clearly. Thank you. Well, that's actually better. So the Nine of Swords in reverse is great. So what that tells me is that you're doing the work. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. You are getting to the point where you can sleep better at night. You're not as anxious. You're not as fearful about something that's popping up. And when the rest of that fear dissipates, then that's when the star card will come in and turn around for you for celebration. So I'm going to turn that one around that way. Now we're going to go into the oracle so that we can find out what other advice we can give to our Leos for this third week of February 2021. There it is. Oh, you got two. And that's interesting. Okay, so the first one is protection. And this card presented itself originally in reverse. And so this is Aries energy. This is Moon in Aries energy in reverse. So you don't, this is talking about vulnerability. I know that's not what the card is titled, but it is talking about seeking that help a little bit so that you could be in a better position to be a better protector. Okay, but sometimes you need to be protected. The other one is organization. Okay, so this is, let me show this card. I just love the artwork on this card. It's very simple, but it's very poignant. The organization that you're being asked to embody here is the Capricorn energy. And this is why I brought up the fact that not everyone is going to appreciate the galactic details, and that's fine. I don't expect everyone to know all of the different things, and that's fine. But Mercury is really messing with Mercury when it starts to go direct here on the 20th. Mercury is really, with its whole situation with, for sure the Grand Trine at the end of the month. I think this is where the energy is going to turn around, where you start to feel more organized, which is why they're calling it that. You're going to start feeling more organized with planting the seeds, doing the work, and then being able to reap the harvest. It's not going to show up for you until like this very last week in February. What did I do with my deck? Oh, here it is. So now let's go ahead and go into that last week. So again, if you missed the intro that I did, there's a Grand Trine that's showing up at the end of the month. It's Mars in Taurus energy. It's Pluto in Capricorn. And it's Aries. No. What was it? What was the last one? It'll come to me in just a second. What was it? Gersh darn. What is it? What do I have going on here? I gotta go to my notes from the deal here. Venus? Come on, Tamara. Virgo. Was there Venus energy in here? Let me just double check my notes that I did for the beginning of the... Pull this off of my shelf here. Yep, Venus. Oh, Venus and Aries. Sorry. So it's going to carry the love factor through a little bit. That's basically what I was trying to say. It's going to turn around in a different phase for you in that last phase with where Venus is and where Capricorn is when we get to the end of month with that big Grand Trine that's going on. Okay. All right. Let us go to the last week of February 2021 for our Leos. What information is best to share? Ooh, I like it when they clump because that means this is the thing. Here we go. A new beginning. Woo woo. We have the energy of the Fool. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles. You guys know what that means. We do have fair decisions that's showing up here in reverse. So that's the Justice card. But then we also do have the Lovers card that shows up. See, I told you. You really are at the beginning of something that's great and wonderful with this Fool energy that's here at this last week. So there's no reason to have any fear because you called in your guardian angel and she is all over making sure that they can take you. You have unique gifts. You just need to free yourself from the things that are holding you back. And that's where this Capricorn energy comes in with this, with the control issues. But there's strategic control when it comes to farming something in that you want, right? There's strategic control. You got to plant the seeds. You got to water it. You got to prune. You got to do all these things. That's why I don't have any plants, just my flowers. But anyway, the Helper of Abundance is coming in to bring that for you. But they very specifically say you must have organization first. Very specifically say you have to have your organization in first. So once your planning is completed, then now you can start getting to work. And now your guardian angels are going to really start working with you. So there's a couple things left that you have to clear out, but it's not that bad, okay? You also have someone that's going to be a loyal friend to really come in and support you at this time, okay? So that's great. When this friend comes in, though, there needs to be some fair decisions. So I'm just going to jump right into it. There needs to be some fair decisions about really recognizing what you're contributing and what you need other people to do. Does that make sense? Like there's some leadership quality that's in here. You don't let someone else talk you out of the things that you need to have. In other words, when this friend comes in to help you, don't let them take over the project is basically what I'm saying. Okay? Let them contribute, but don't let them take over the project. And then you have to be willing to open up your heart. This is the energy of the Lovers, which is great. I don't get the feeling that this is a female or a male. I'm meaning I don't get the feeling that this friend that's coming in really is necessarily a new love romantic energy. But what I am saying is that once you start getting past this piece, if that is something that you're looking for, now that your heart is open because you've done all these other things, you've made the path, you've cleared the path with all of this work that you've done to allow that to come in. Not meant to be a personal relationship reading here at all. But let's take a look at why the fair decisions is here. Although we already know. Maybe you can clarify. Ooh. Yeah, it's basically clarifying what I already just said, which was this is for you to do. This is your destiny, and it's your recognition and reward. So don't let someone else take your power away. Judgment, you got to see the fair decisions, and don't let someone take the project over for whatever it is, okay? So with that, let's take a look at the sacred geometry for our last week here for our Leos. There we go. All right. What's the advice based on the Fool, the Helper of Abundance, the I just love that though. It's just like, really, for our Justice card that's in reverse and then our Lovers upright. 3 major arcana in one row. This is your week. This is your week, Leos. There's no testimony without the test. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm not surprised about that either. This is the time. So you also have the Awakening card, which is coming up, which, like I said, is the same energy as the Fool, like a new beginning. You're getting ready to graduate to the next level within your spirituality for sure. And whether or not you subscribe to the whole awakening process, it's there and you're being pulled into it. But you must have some conscious evolution, and that's exactly what's going on with you. That's why all of this major arcana is sitting out here, because it's time for you to be getting to that next level and, receiving the information that you need to have. So that is what I have for you, Leo. I know that was very full, but I enjoy doing these. I could be here all day, like digging and digging and digging, but that's where private comes in, so that it's your specific energy, and then we can cut through what we need to get through. Assuming that you would like to have a personal, then just hit the details button below, and I am more than willing to support you. Otherwise, I hope that this information found you well. Make sure that you're taking a look at your sun, moon, and rising to make sure that you get the full picture. And with that, I will say, see you in March. Bye for now.